A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the last edition of Sports Tonight for the week. Promises to be exciting, as always. Promises to be fun-filled, informative. As always, we like to start by saying a very big thank you to you for joining us on Sports Tonight. Of course, staying true to us from Monday up till now, which is the last edition for this week. I know a lot of you are looking forward to a swell weekend, and there is plenty to look forward to this weekend. If you are a lover of the foreign leagues, the English Premier League particularly resumes this weekend, and there is plenty of excitement in the air for those who love to watch the English Premiership. But before we talk about the English Premiership on the program tonight, there is plenty to reflect on around domestic football, and that's what we'll be doing. We will spend time to update you with the latest goings on in Nigerian football. Yesterday, it was FIFA writing. Very early this morning, there was another release to the contrary, but eventually it looks like things are sorted out. We'll give you details in our usual style on the program tonight. We will also take you to Plateau State, because there are reports also about a little bit of unrest around football administration in Plateau State, as it is at the center with dissolution of the board, reinstatement, and all of that. It is also happening in Plateau State. So we'll take you to Plateau on the program tonight to hear exactly what is going on there. We will reflect on continental football, the fear of Ebola, the beginning of wisdom, even at the continental level. On the program, we'll talk about our Flying Eagles, we'll talk about the Golden Eaglets, and we will spend time to reflect on the just concluded African Athletics Championship in Marrakesh, Nigeria finishing second, and then a preview of Group Premier League games to be played this weekend, and the Nigerian National League as well. Later on, Tunde Ogunshiku will be joining us. It will be time for us to review the Chess Olympiad that got concluded over the weekend, and how far for Nigeria, what lessons can we learn from all of that. Tunde Ogunshiku is already standing by to give us all of that on the program tonight. Okay, time for me to introduce to you those starting off the show with me this Friday. My immediate right, Saeed Abbas, was able to make it down today. He got stuck in traffic last week, but it's better this week. We're happy to have you.
It's nice.
What happened last week? I mean, you got stuck somewhere.
It was terrible. The hold-up was terrible. It was just too much. And Lagos traffic, definitely we all know that. So. Yeah. But it's good to be back here once again.
Yeah, good to have you. And of course, Doom Audio Contact is also on the show tonight. Doom, well, what can I say? Plenty to look forward to. Can we say that we have peace now? Is it sorted now? The problems around our football. Can we begin to move forward now?
Well, today is 15th, so we have just 11 days
to the elections. A lot to do in 11 days. But let's start the show by telling you that please be a part of what we're doing. We are appealing to you. Get ready to contribute to what we are talking about on the program tonight. We'd like to hear from you. Give us your opinion to these issues as we raise them on the program tonight. We've already given you an idea, an outline of what we will be talking about. So please get ready to contribute to all that we have to say. On Facebook, channels _sports, on Twitter, channels @_sports, and of course, if you follow at Tony Bitoye, we'll be able to read your comment. If you tweet at those handles, we'll be able to read your comments real time on the show tonight. Let's start the show off the way was that how we started the show yesterday? Was it how we started the show? Maigari. I think we can safely now refer to him as President, Nigeria Football Federation, because he's been told, after that letter from FIFA yesterday, go back to office, and is resuming on Monday. Doom.
Is it resuming? Okay, resuming. Okay, or returning to office. Whichever way, at least reasons have prevailed. At least for the first time, we see the ministers try to do what we all expected him to have done earlier, before this crisis degenerated. So the good news is that at least for now, he has a lot. His work really cut out between now and 26 when the elected Congress will hold.
There's a lot of work to do. What we're going to do on Monday, we will try to set an agenda for Alhaji Aminu Maigari. What can he do in 11 days? He's resuming on Monday. is resuming on Monday.
Yes.
So on Monday.
It's not 11 days from Monday.
It's not 11 days from Monday. But we will try to do a very detailed action plan. What can you do in 11 days to make sure that we have transparent elections, bring the warring factions together, and be able to move Nigerian football forward? Everything, including the Super Eagles, how Keshi can come back and start work immediately. A whole lot that he has to do in 11 days before that elective congress. We will try to do that on Monday. But let's start by bringing, in case you think it's a rumor, at last, it's all over. The game is up. It's all over because the Minister of Sports, a lot of people were saying that he was the one behind it. Allegations that cannot be proven. He said he was the one behind it, that the government, but all of that cannot be proven. But let's listen now to the sports minister. Had a briefing in Abuja today. The NFF executive committee members were there trying to bring everybody together. We'll listen to him and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
By the grace of God, we have reached that stage now where we have got the commitment of himself, the president, and his board members. I also spoke with you must be aware, I met with them a couple of days ago, and I spoke with them. They all have resolved that they are going to work together peacefully, one, and that they are going to make sure that the electoral process goes on. More people will have forms to contest so that the best material will, or the best materials will emerge as the next leaders of our football federation without any form of bias, without any restrictions. Whoever emerges by the popular will of the people will emerge. So that's what he has come to brief me and assure me that they are going to work together peacefully to ensure that from now, I think onwards, the stories every day, fights in NFF or whatever, is over. One of the steps we want to take to stem that trend is to make sure that a viable court of arbitration in sports is set up so that whenever there are disputes in court, everybody now knows that even by our law, we have courts of arbitration. So they take their whatever is their problem to that court. And
well, that's the Honorable Sports Minister, Dr. Tamino Danagogo. That is the gentleman I'm seeing on screen. What are people saying is the one that was pulling the strings behind, causing trouble? That's the gentleman. Where are allegations coming from? That is,
this could be deceptive at times.
No, I don't. This one, because this is. But I'm happy that at the end of the day, at least there was that smile, and he said it every day on the pages of. It got so bad. FIFA, in the letter we read yesterday on this show, said they are even confused, and I think that was why FIFA said, "Look, this situation has gotten so bad. Just go back to what you were before the World Cup, because you don't even know where to start from. It was that bad." But I think, coming from the sports minister, can we take his word for it?
Well, still undelivered. If he tries to say anything contrary on Monday, they will refer him to what he just said today. So,
the minister? The minister is Maigari that will resume work on Monday.
I'm saying if he tries to do contrary to what he just said today, then we'll refer him to what the statement he made today, and that's the beauty of it. He mentioned very important. The sport court of arbitration domicile in Nigeria. This is not the first time we're hearing that. Remember that was one that was said by
the NOC president when it was the president.
But my challenge with some of this, my challenge with sport ministers in Nigeria is that suddenly you have a higher ministry, a higher dream, and this whole thing will just.
That's not. It's not their fault, really.
It's not their fault. Absolutely not their fault.
It's systemic. Look. Everybody's talking about Bolaji Abdullahi, how well he performed. That's the longest serving sports minister we've had in recent times. He stayed beyond 1 year. We've had an average of one sports minister per year. It's not their making. It's not as if they like to leave those positions or they don't want to see their dreams come true. There was a particular sports minister. The day that a committee that is set up to look into Nigerian
football reforms committee,
the day they came to submit their report was the day he was resigning from his post. So it's not like
no, what I'm saying is that
it's a problem.
He said not to make statement like this, but you know the reality on ground. That if you may Or
We'll not be there for more than a year.
Exactly.
That's the
So
big
who will
challenge.
come to
Who will
see
come and the same things, by the time we gloss over this issue, that's how we gloss over the Amese issue too. We gloss over it, and now we're coming back again. We'll gloss over it, then when we have the same crisis again,
We'll talk about it.
That's the
Lip
major
service,
policy
lip
here.
service. But I think the challenge and the
It must